So bollard security gates, those are the physical barriers that go in front of the machine. These help to protect against the hook and chain style attacks, right? Where they want to rip the machine out of the ground. Again, transparency, us being honest about things, you want to mitigate your expectations with some of this. It's a layered approach, right? And the reason why I say that is we recently saw an attack against an institution where they took an industrial grade front loader and drove it through the front of the building. So the wall of the building didn't keep them from getting the ATMs out. But again, you get it. You see a lot of pickup truck attacks as opposed to the construction equipment. Those bollards and security gates are great against somebody just hooking a chain around a pickup truck. Less effective against a 5-ton bulldozer. But again, layered approach. We talked about this earlier, replacing your top hat key. Again, mitigated expectations. I can get into your top hat with a crowbar, but that's why we recommend alarming the ATM, not just the cash vault, not just heat and vibe sensors, which again can be a pain sometimes, especially if your ATM is near a large thoroughfare, tractor trailers, large trucks can set off the seismic sometimes, but also alarming that top hat. Yeah, I changed my security key for the top hat and then you crack it open with a crowbar. I want my alarm to go off. The example that Lisa gave, maybe have that alarm attached to a siren and a strobe so it doesn't just call the cops, it scares the crap out of the people that are standing in front of the ATM, right? Layered approach. Utilizing the manufacturer protections on your ATMs. NCR has done a lot with the SPS or the anti-skimming kits. They've upped the strength of their mounting kits. They have an enhanced mounting kit to help defend against the hook and chain style attacks, which manufacturer protection, TLS is kind of one of those, right? Levi said TLS encryption was mandated in 2018, TLS 1.2, and it's just taken the industry so long to get that rolling. Again, your host drives that connection. They have to turn it on. We can support the effort, but they have to instigate that. Also doing things like hard drive whitelisting. Again, this is something built in by NCR. It's called UEFI, and it's just a security protocol that every time a new hard drive is installed on the machine, you have to go in to the BIOS software of the machine and say, this hard drive is authorized to be here. That prevents bad guys from taking out your drive and replacing it with another. They won't be able to do that. I think from the Estral core up, UEFI is on by default. And it's just making sure that that's being managed appropriately, as in you have a hard drive that gets taken as part of a hard drive attack, you put a new drive in, you have to de-whitelist the old hard drive so that the bad guys can't come back and put it back into the machine. So those types of things. And again, this is all stuff that CSG does, some of it by default, like the manufacturer protection stuff, hard drive whitelisting, some of it's additional steps that require additional effort, like the top hats and the bollards and the TLS encryption. Hard drive encryption, again, we've recently turned that on for every machine that can support it. This helps protect against the hard drive attacks, encrypting the drive so the information can't be read or modified by a third party. Windows patching, keeping your operating system up to date. Again, this is also required part of Security Plus now, making sure the operating system is up to date. That's going to prevent against vulnerabilities from network attacks and those types of things. Again, we're doing this by default. Anti-malware also, again, required and included with remote view. We use Security Plus or Cylance to protect against malicious software. Password management, making sure that you're not using the same password on every machine. NCR kind of mandated this a while ago, and each machine automatically creates its own individual Windows login, which is a great move on their part. And all of these things, to Levi's point, not CSG specific. We have our way of doing it. We offer all of these services, but you can do these things on your own. And there's also some best practice stuff too, especially around TLS encryption, protecting your Ethernet cables, right? You don't want your Ethernet cable that runs into your ATM to be on an exposed wall port. And for those of you going, wow, that's silly, it's happened. We've seen it. And they got hit with a man-in-the-middle attack. Using things like MAC address binding, port security on your network switches, especially for your ATMs, right? If you're doing it for your teller workstations inside your bank, you should certainly be doing it for the Windows PC out in your parking lot, right? Which is what an ATM is. And those are things that you can do on your own. So kind of reviewing those best practices on the cybersecurity or network infrastructure side too, and making sure that you're following those on your machines as well.